Hi there, folks. So this is the July 2017 Nerd Block unboxing, Nerd Block Classic, I think is what they're calling it. I don't know. Nerd Block is kind of one of those blocks that I have sentimental attachment to. Sometimes the boxes are really awesome. Sometimes the boxes are not really awesome. Every time customer service doesn't give a shit. I've tried to, show the videos and, maybe see if I can at least get them to address a few of the points, like the lack of, the over-reliance on commercial stuff, their addiction to Funko Pop products, and just never, I never get any kind of feedback or response or acknowledgement. I've laughed about in past videos. One of their sub-brands, Sci-Fi Block, even prevented me from commenting on the threads because they did not want to see their customers seeing this video, these videos where I was kind of saying, the boxes really haven't been that good since you launched it. And now, the most recent controversy, if you will, if you've seen me talk, one of the trends that I've pointed back to with Nerd Block in particular has been they're overextended. They originally started off with just, like a handful. Nerd Block Junior Boy, Nerd Block Junior Girl, Gamer Block, Horror Block, Comic Block. And so they had 6 products that they were running, and everything ran really well. And then October 2015, they added another product, Sci-Fi Block. They keep adding these products, the Doctor Who block, Valor block, likewise Shirt Punch, which is where I'm getting to. They kept pushing Shirt Punch for about a year and a half. Every month in any of the products, you would get a card. And, if you collected all 9 cards, you would get a $100 voucher that you could spend on t-shirts. Well, now Nerd Block is in the position, Nerd Block, the company, is in a position where Shirt Punch is now backed up 2 months. People who made orders back in May do not have their shirts. Meanwhile, they knew this was happening, and they kept, every day, 3-4 new shirts. Every day, 3-4 new shirts. Every day, 3-4 new shirts, Take the money. So finally, I think about 3 days ago, they acknowledged the problem in an email. They said, we're a little backed up. Thank you for your patience. That's it. Thank you for your patience. Not like, we're going to do something. Now, it was Black Friday of 2015. I put a shirt order in with, I think it was T-Turtle. T-Turtle or T-Fury. Don't quote me on that. But by Christmas, I was on holiday in Michigan visiting family, and I realized, I never got that big order from the t-shirt company that I placed on Black Friday. And, went to their Facebook page, and the Facebook page was like awash in complaints. Lots of people who ordered. There were people who ordered those ugly sweater t-shirts that I've railed on a couple times when I've gotten them. There were people who ordered those for Christmas who now, here I am in my mom's driveway, Christmas in Flint, Michigan, and people never got those shirts. So it's kind of like, great, I've got a shirt that I can't wear now. So I really think that the writing is kind of on the wall for Nerd Block. You have overextended yourself. Your quality is down. There's just less and less originality, and I'm sorry, contacting somebody who is making, let's say, a run of pop figures and saying, hey, will you make a variant for us? That's not an exclusive. You're repurposing a mold that someone has already created. So I'm kind of hoping there is some good stuff in here, because right now, as a consumer, as somebody who unboxes these and pays for these, again, let me stress, pay for. Every month I get a statement, NerdBlock, your item is shipped. Every 6 months, or now I'm going month to month, but I get email notification. You've been charged. You've been charged. You've been charged. So you're not seeing comp product here. This is me about to look at $25 that I sent this company. So I don't know. I know nobody from NerdBlock is going to watch this, but pull back. You're expanding too quickly. You're expanding too aggressively. The fact that you now have a shit ton of Shirt Punch customers, some of whom had to use their vouchers because you put a time cap on the vouchers when we got them. You said, well, you have to have these spent by the 30th of June. Well, great. Ship the damn shirts. So those of us who aggressively ordered shirts so we could get those $100 gift cards burnt down, now we're sitting with nothing. Don't have the money on the gift card, don't have the shirts, and all you're saying is, yes, we're aware there's a problem. You were aware that there was a problem 2 months ago, but you still kept selling shirts to people. So you are growing too fast. You are growing too aggressively. Chill the fuck down and slow down. I genuinely want to see this company succeed. I like these services. I like these products. But to be absolutely blunt, if I had to chop blocks, yours is one of 2 names that's at the top of the list. So let's see after that angry rant what we have this month. Who knows? I may be squealing giddily by the time we're done with this in 10 or 15 minutes. So I'm taking the t-shirt and I am moving the t-shirt over here, and I'm just grabbing the very first thing that I see. And okay, well, so remember what I said about, this is the perfect example. So what we have here is Little DC Comics Bombshells vinyl figures. And it says collect all 12. It is from Cryptozoic Entertainment. So, I know one thing I say is I love the Bombshells line. In my office on campus, actually, I have the poster of the Bombshells Wonder Woman. Dressed up like Roy. So, not dressed up, but her costume has been retrofitted to Rosie the Riveter. I love, love, love that poster. Everything about it. Just absolutely love that poster. And I love what they've done with Bombshells. The idea of taking, 30s and 40s pinups and kind of fitting that aesthetic around their characters, both men and women. I gotta say, as somebody who's been in the DC universe since I started watching Super Friends at the age of 5, I actually thought for the first time that Aquaman was a cool character when I saw his Bombshells makeover. They made Aquaman actually look awesome for once. Not the orange mail shirt and the green pants. He looks like a World War II era sailor. If my grandfather was still alive, my grandfather served in the Pacific in World War II. This might be one of the things that I might say. I was like, Granddad, I just saw this, man. I instantly thought of you. And of course, my granddad, kind of a redneck, probably wouldn't have thought a thing about it. But I love the Bombshells. But, here's the problem. A, it's the UPC code. This is just commercial stuff that's off the shelf. Collect all 12. That's the idea. You get one, and then you go to the comic shop and you want to order and get the blind packs until you pick the rest of them up. Now, so NerdBlock exclusive. This is just what I was talking about. These molds were already made. I guarantee you, once I get the lid off this, once I get out of its package, I may need to pull the knife out. Once I open this, it's just going to be a recolored version of a mold that's already there. So in other words, it really isn't an exclusive as much as, hey, here's something that we were making. By the way, will you put a certain run in for us and we'll order so many? So let's see what we have here. Well, so I like it. Don't get me wrong. I'm not complaining, but here's the... So here's what I'm going to show you. If you take a look at the Catwoman design, so see there, she's holding like a white diamond. Picture on the back really isn't any better. So there we go. So what we have is the Catwoman variant. And she is not actually one of the question marks in the back. But we have the Catwoman variant that, once again, thwarted by my aversion to plastic. I guess cellophane in this case. Here we go. Well, I've got a weak spot. There we go. We're working it. There. So, Catwoman kind of has the whole... I don't want to say sexy librarian because that sounds a little demeaning and objectifying, but you know, she's got the glasses on, you know, and the glasses have kind of been exaggerated, you know, so for the mask, but you know, take a look at this. A red diamond. That's the exclusive. Again, like I said, off the shelf product. Now, you know, again, I'll take this in and I'll put it on my my shelf at work, because I actually do like the design, and I do think that it looks really nice, but there's nothing original here. All you've done is you have taken this and you had them just recolor it. That's it. That is not an exclusive. That is not a variant. That is just someone being lazy. So let's see here. The next thing we have is either a poster or a piece of art. So I'm going to gently take this out. The back says Tomoken, Tommoken, printed for Nerd Block. And I have, okay, so they seem to be actually, okay, so the design is kind of nice. If this is a design that was actually created for Nerd Block, I would probably approve it. You know, it looks like these are the DC heroines kind of done up in various forms of civilians slash casual dress. Obviously, you can't really look at this while I'm providing the feedback, but, you know, obviously you kind of see Wonder Woman there in the middle. You know, that's kind of a giveaway with the pattern of the dress. We see Barbara Gordon with the, my God, does that actually... Oh, guys. What were we thinking? Let me just make sure if I can look and see. Yes. Okay. Barbara Gordon's cutoff t-shirt. What were we thinking? There's a photoshopped panel from an old Teen Titans comic. I've actually seen the original. You know, the original panel doesn't quite say this, but it's a picture of Starfire, and it's kind of a it's a vertical panel, and you know she looks like she's just crying out in anguish, and someone's, you know, and of course, you know, you can't blame, you know, Dick Grayson, but someone photoshopped this to say Dick, I love Dick, putting I love Dick on Barbara Gordon's t-shirt in 2017 is kind of bordering on what some of my more radical friends would call problematic. I love the art, but someone was asleep at the wheel when that went to press. So the next thing we have here, all right, so it looks like Bombshells is kind of a theme here. So this is a DC Bombshells Supergirl keychain. And I may keep this in the plastic for right now. But, oh my god. Oh, look at that. They made a Wonder Woman variant. No, I can't shield it. If I shield it, I kill my light source. But yeah, look at that. Wonder Woman, Batgirl, Supergirl, and is that... of course, we have to make the Harley Quinn variant now. But again, we're in the position. It's nice. I dig it, but I could go into my local comic shop and I could get this. So right now we are 2 for 3 in terms of stuff that's in the comic shops. And it looks like this is the last thing in the box. So let's see here. All right, so okay. So the package says Wonder Woman desk clock. And what's really interesting is they're using the old 70s, 80s DC Bullet logo. My God, 70s, 80s, 90s, up to mid-late 2000s DC Bullet logo. Before they changed it once, before they changed it twice for New 52, before they changed it a third time. So let's see this desk clock. Just want to make sure there's nothing in here. So obviously this is an original item. There's no UPC, nothing that stinks of purchased from retail. But I want to take this out as carefully as I can because surprise, surprise, it is wrapped in plastic. I do not want to accidentally break it. I'm taking it out of its package. I will give them mad props. They do seem to have a little bit of a protective cellophane, so the hands of the clock don't get bent. But two things. Oh shit, really? Yeah, really. Oh my god, guys. I don't know if I'd put this on my desk or not. So as you can see, it's a silhouette of Wonder Woman, and she's got the logo. I'm trying to see if I can pull this a little closer. It's already got some blemishes on it. You saw me unwrap it. You saw me take it out of the package. But it's got some blemishes. Look at that mid-torso. Just... look down at the hand. This is... it would have been nice if it wasn't, if it didn't come out of the package looking like a hot mess. I don't know if I'd put this on my desk or not. It kind of looks a little crummy. And I'm going to be blunt. This is really, really disappointing. And, when I talk about the quality control problem with Nerd Block, that's part of it. Someone let this go in a box. And the reason why I'm disappointed is a few months ago, they actually pulled some Deadpool shot glasses and put some Marvel decanters in there. Again, it comes back to this idea of Nerd Block is expanding too aggressively, too quickly. 1 month this year, the promised product didn't come because they had to substitute another product in. The acrylic, plastic shot glasses had to be substituted out. Instead, they put some really nice glass Marvel decanters in there that weren't going to go in there in the first place. Now, this desk clock is already scratched up. And I took it out of the package. Again, this wasn't like, me doing something, making a mess. You saw me on the video. I cut it out of the plastic. This was sealed. You saw me on the video. I took this out of the plastic. I'm kind of at a loss for this company. I really, 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 when they're on, they're on. When they're not, you get shit like this. So let's see. I kind of saw this already, and yeah, this is kind of that cute pandery shirt. So, Ramona versus the world. Never seen the film, but I know the franchise. Kind of, yeah, sure. What's interesting, what I actually was looking for is I did not see a shirt punch tag on this. So usually when you get these boxes, when they do the t-shirt production in-house, there's a shirt punch tag because they are trying to get you to go to the shirt punch site. In this case, didn't see that, so I'm kind of wondering if they didn't have to outsource these t-shirts to get them ready to go for the boxes because, the shirt punch customers, you can piss them off. But like the block customers, when you're Nerd Block and your block is hemorrhaging because you've got pissed off customers, you're not going to make it very long. So I'm wondering if they didn't do that. So let's take a look here. Want your photo in the next month's issue? Use the hashtag NerdBlock on your photos and you could be featured here. Yeah, well, let's be honest. NerdBlock is never going to put my fat ranty ass up on any of their social media feeds. Let's see. I'm looking. So you have 5 best Buffy the Vampire Slayer episodes, the official Doctor Who block, and apparently there's going to be something X-Files related in the next block. What the high holy fuck? All right. So you just saw me do this unboxing. And I'm looking and so this was what was supposed to be in the block when they printed this magazine. We have our Gotham City street style art print. Left to right, Batwoman, Zatanna, Catwoman, Batgirl, Katana, Wonder Woman, Huntress, Harley Quinn, Raven, Poison Ivy, Black Cat, Mira. Oh, that's why she's wearing the Jaws shirt. All right, now I get it. All right, so that was in there, but take a look at what item number 1 was. Now, I'm not complaining because I actually bought this book when it came out, years and years and years ago. I was not one of these casual fans who suddenly realized when she died that, oh my God, Carrie Fisher is more than Princess Leia? Carrie Fisher was a kick-ass writer who just, I absolutely loved everything she wrote. She did fiction, so, Postcards from the Edge, The Best Awful, but her narrative memoir work was just fucking fantastic. Wishful Drinking, the book that should have gone in this box. I have 2 copies of Pulp and probably 3 spread across my Kindle accounts, just because her ability to put the pain of her life, whether it was the depression, whether it was the chemical addiction, whether it was the electroshock therapy, whether it was basically getting typecast as Princess Leia so early in her career, she just writes it off with this amazingly dry, sarcastic sense of humor. And my God, I would have loved for people to have actually read this. But it's not in the box. What did we get in the box? Well, our out-of-the-can DC Bombshells. So, up here, we have the keychain. Here we have the acrylic clock, and I do have to say, the acrylic clock in the picture isn't all scratched the hell up. But here's the other interesting thing. So 2 things from this picture are not in the box. The other one is Women of the Galaxy t-shirt. I still can't get enough of Guardians of the Galaxy. With the hype and excitement of the second movie, I saw it for the third time in theaters tonight. Probably the last time before it gets pushed out onto digital on August 8th. I wanted to see it one more time on the big screen just because it was that good. So I agree. I wanted to feature these badass ladies. You won't want to show off Gamora, Nebula, and Mantis. You won't want to wait to show off Gamora, Nebula, and Mantis with this kick-ass 80s inspired design. And again, look at that. That's one of the things that I love about the Guardians of the Galaxy series. As a child of the 80s, technically a child of the 70s who scooted into the 80s and then enjoyed that decade by proxy, I even tonight as I was watching the end credits, the end credits had this, it looked like a living copy of Dynamite magazine. Just the fonts they were using, the deco style they were using, everything about it. I love the fact that they're falling back on so much 80s era visual iconography in that series. And I would have loved that shirt. But instead, I would bet you that if I went out onto the internet, I could find this design for sale on several sites. T-Fury would probably have it. T-Turtle would probably have it. Redbubble would probably have it. I could probably find it on several. I have said it. I have said it. I have said it. I have said it so many times in this fucking video. Nerd Block is falling apart quickly. I am probably going to revert my subscriptions to a month-to-month basis because at this point in time, if they keep going down the shitter to the degree that they are, if they go bankrupt, guess who's the last people to get any kind of money with what's left over when all the creditors get paid off, The customers get whatever's left. Whoever signed the contracts, they get their money first. The vendors, money first. The customers get the scraps. And to be absolutely honest, my faith in this company, this was a shit box. I'm going to say it. I have never said that about any of the boxes that I have reviewed. There were some cool things in here, but having looked in the catalog and having seen that 2 products were substituted at the last minute, and we as the customers, we weren't even informed or given the option to get those products, I would have much rather had the Guardians of the Galaxy t-shirt than this. I just think that someone or someone's over at Nerdblock as a company, they're playing they're playing with fire, and they're burning the candle at both ends, and they got to get their shit together quickly. Because, like I said, I'm not going to do multi-month box extensions from them anymore. There's way too many way too many red T-shirts flying in the air on this one. The fact that Shirt Punch is now 2 months behind in their shipping schedule. They have taken the money from people, but they're not providing the shirts. The fact that Nerdblock originally botched the acrylic shot glasses, which was fine because acrylic is cheap. Look at that fucking clock. Now I have a box where 2 items had to be substituted out. That tells me that Nerdblock is lowballing the quality of their vendors. And again, I'm afraid I don't know what to say. This is shit. This is disappointing. If I had gotten this in October of 2014, I would have not had continued my subscription. Nerdblock, I'm going to hashtag you and hope to whatever divine entity is listening that you at least watch a few minutes of this video at the beginning, get pissed off, and then watch the rest of it. But to be dead fucking honest, if I have another box that comes out like this, I will cut you in a fucking heartbeat. This was not worth the money that I spent. And like I said, there are too many flags of concern flying in the air about the longevity of this company. I do not feel giving them money for anything more than one box at a time. And even then, if the quality stays as shitty as it's been, I'm going to cut it. So there we go, folks. Sorry that the box was a disappointment. Nerdblock is not going to apologize, so I will apologize on their behalf for a fucking disappointing box. At this point in time, if you want to see these on a regular basis, please by all means hit the subscribe button. Hopefully better boxes are coming from companies that aren't in financial deep shit. Beyond that, if you want to leave a comment, please leave a comment. I would love to hear from someone from Nerdblock. It would be really nice and probably in your best interest if someone from Nerdblock came in here and said, hey, there's a problem, and, did something. I don't know what, but I would really love to hear from someone from Nerdblock. Beyond that, folks, be good to each other and stay safe. And Nerdblock, stop sucking.